a really warm welcome to all of you to our ViaRT Award 2021. So this is our second edition of ViaRT Award, and this year our theme is Always Beyond. So what I'll be covering through today's workshop will include, since there's so many new participants this year, I'll be going through a little bit about how ViaRT came about, and after that we'll go in depth into what you would expect in this year's competition, as well as how you can go through the submission of your artwork and what kind of resources we have prepared for you. All right, so we have our founders. So ViaRT was founded actually by two very lovely ladies who are friends, Ying and Julie, who came together one day and thought, how can we do something with art? And they were passionate about sustainability as well. So they wanted to join these two about art and sustainability together. And that's how last year, during the whole COVID pandemic, they created ViaRT, which is a competition for youth like you in primary and secondary school. And what's so special about ViaRT is that it's really more than a competition. If our founders, Ying and Julie, aims to make this into a movement that can bring students, families, educators, and businesses together to really make an impact on sustainability through art. And how we do this is beyond just the award itself. We provide educational resources in terms of workshop, mentorship, as well as other sorts of like student booklets and a lot of other things, which I will show you later on in the presentation. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is a really ViaRT is special because we also connect students with businesses who, like us, are really passionate about sustainability. So they come in to support us in terms of providing recycled materials for you to use. And I'll go through that in a bit. Yeah. All right, so, okay. Last year was the first edition of ViaRT, and we are so happy to have like over 30 schools participate with over 500 students submitting works. We received over 250 artworks, ranging from like sculpture to clothes to digital posters. We even had schools that submit a decoration of a whole classroom. So there was a lot of creativity going on, and we hope that you guys can take inspiration from this and really let all your creativity out. Yeah. So the images you see on your right are some of the winners from last year. And here are a few more really gorgeous artworks that we just wanted to show you guys. And you can actually see all of them on our website. So one thing special about last year was that we also created a virtual exhibition for all 576 artwork submissions. So yeah, that's why it's called 576 Voices. You're no longer able to access it, but we do have a video recording of the exhibition on our website, which you can explore later on. So yeah, maybe just a few seconds to have a look at what was in the exhibition. Yeah, so we had some 3D works. So we tried out 3D scanning some of those works, smaller works, and presented them as in 3D on our website, on the virtual exhibition as well. So this might be you, and we are hopefully like if the pandemic actually gets better at the end of the year, we might be able to do a physical exhibition. All right, so we have glanced through 2020 and now we are in 2021. Okay, so before I go in depth into what 2021 is all about, let's do a little pop quiz, all right? So get ready your chats and we see how much you actually know about sustainability. Okay, first question. So in 2019, Singaporeans generated 744,000 tons of food waste. That's actually a lot. So how many tons of disposables did we discard in the same year? You can answer A, B, or C in the chat. We have one, C, C. Wow, B, C, a lot of C's. What about the rest? C's. C. Oh my, so I have all C's except for one B. Okay, oh, two B's. All right, let's see how many of you actually did your homework. Because all this information is actually on our website as well. All right, let's review the answer. It's actually B, 200,000 tons. Actually, that's still a lot, although I don't. So congratulations to Africa and Jolie. Wow, you two got the correct answer. All right, next question. So, of the 744,000 tons of food waste, how much amount of food, what's the equivalent of our food wasted? How many bowls of rice per person per, I don't know, time you think we wasted? How many people can we feed actually? See? Okay, so we have a mix of C's and A. I think majority C. And yes, we have someone who mentioned, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly, Rishi K-san. So yes, food waste is actually very common nowadays. And that is one of the subset of our topic for this year. So you can look forward to, this might be one of the topic you might want to try out. Okay, so let's see, what is the answer? It's two bowls of rice per person per day. That's actually a lot. Imagine how many people in Singapore. We have 5 million Singaporeans, and of 5 million Singaporeans, 2 bowls of rice per person a day. Yes, I also feel guilty that I don't finish my food sometimes. So, so we are all here to through art, think about how we can actually talk about this problem, and maybe, who knows, you can come up with a creative solution of your own. All right, last question. So, at the current rate of our waste disposal, our only landfill, we only have one landfill. When do you think it will be filled by? Is it A, 2023, which is in 2 years, B, 2035, or C, 2053? All right, we see majority B, 2035, and you guys are correct. Congratulations. This is not a very happy number though, because by 2035, which is 14 years from now, our only landfill will be totally used up. So where will our rubbish go? The ocean? Who knows? So this is actually quite an alarming fact to us. Yeah, I see some of you with really big eyes opening right now. Yes, so what can we do to actually reduce our waste and really save the environment? All right. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the quiz. Oh, imagine it's 2023. That is 2 years. Wow, okay, I can't imagine that as well. All right, so let's go into ViaRT 2021 in actual. All right, so this year, we are so happy to be collaborating with the National Environment Agency's Say Yes to Wasteless campaign to really bring you our second competition team, Waste Beyond. So NEA Say Yes to Wasteless campaign is all about reducing food waste and single-use items that we generate daily. So in response to this, we created this year's team, Waste Beyond, to reflect for you to come up with your own unique interpretation of the waste problem in Singapore. Specifically in terms of food waste and single-use disposals. I know, I think everybody in their minds right now, you'll be thinking of all the tapao food you have been doing since last year's March, right? So think about this. And unlike last year, this year we have some new criteria, which I will share with you shortly. Okay, so all this, I know it's very long text. You can actually read it on our website later when you have time. Okay, so in brief, this year's competition is already open and it ends on 19 November. Okay, and we have 3 awards this year for both secondary school and primary school categories, which is You Made a Difference Award, the Best Story Award, and the Most Artistic Award. So from the top, this award actually judged on your creativity, your message, and also your artistic skills. Okay, so depending on how our judges, your artwork, our judges will see whether who will receive which award. And this year, we will have 1 finalist, 3 runner-up, and 1 first place. Right? 1 first place, 3 runner-ups, and 8 finalists for each award under the secondary school and primary school categories. Okay. So now the most important thing about this year's competition is the 2 criteria. Okay? 2 criteria. First, you can only choose 1 waste that you strongly believe should be reduced in Singapore, and you create your artwork as that waste as your main topic. Okay, so it will be bonus if you actually use that waste. So I'll talk about what it means to choose one waste later. And the second criteria is you need to use upcycled materials as your main creation material. So when you are submitting your entry, there will be a section that asks you to state what is the material you use. So you have to state down what are the materials that you, like upcycled materials that you use, and please do not go and buy new. As much as possible, do not go buy new materials. So if you're going to talk about straws, please do not go and drink 100 bubble tea and just to get the straws, or buy a whole new packet of straws from the supermarket. Okay. Okay. So what does it mean to choose just one waste for your topic? All right. So we have some examples here. So what is not one waste is example food waste or plastic waste. But these are very, very general, right? Food waste can be, there's a lot of things under food waste, there's a lot of things under plastic waste. And we want you to really think deep about your current lifestyle. What are you really wasting in your life? Whether is it, have you been buying a lot of clothes online and they use single-use polymer to deliver your packaging? Is it your plastic straws that you use from bubble tea? Or did you hoard a lot of food during the whole COVID lockdown and now suddenly you realize that your whole pantry is full, but you're not, and they're all expiring soon. So these are some examples for you to think about, and really, we encourage you to think, reflect on your current lifestyle and what kind of waste you think you should yourself reduce. Or maybe you can write about your parents or your friends, what kind of waste should they reduce, and use that as your main topic, and if as much as possible, use it as your artwork material. Okay, so next, I'll be going through how you're going to submit your entry, which is actually through a Google form. So let's all save paper and do it digitally. Okay. Okay, let me switch screen for a moment. Okay, so the Google form link is here. It's also on our website. You can find it on our website, and it'll bring you to this page, which will give you all how we're going to submit. I'm just going to roughly go through how it looks like. All right. So these are the basic information. Next is where you really submit your entry in through. So your title, must of course every time name your artwork. Okay. Your chosen waste. What is that one waste that is your main topic? Okay. A statement. What is your inspiration and the concept behind your artwork? Okay. If you feel that writing is not your thing and you want to do it in, hang on, give me a moment. Sorry, can I check, are you guys looking at the Google form right now? If yes, just drop it in the chat that you are seeing the Google form. Yes, okay, good. Yes, okay. So, all right. So yes, let's continue. So, we're talking about artist statement. So if you share with us what is your inspiration and your concept. Okay. And if you don't like to talk, if you don't like to write, we're not gonna fault you. You can do it actually in video format if you like to share more. You can record yourself sharing with us your statement. Okay, and here, which is the second criteria, is your artwork materials. So what materials have you used to create your artwork, especially the upcycled and recycled ones? Okay. So yes, and it'll be bonus if you use your chosen waste as the main material as well. Okay, the size of your artwork, photos for it, you can submit up to 5 photos of your artwork. Especially if you're doing 3D work. So you can front, side, top, down, back. And also, please take photo with a white background, okay? Or at least a plain background. Unless the background is actually part of your work. Okay. Yeah. And last year, we actually received quite a number of digital works. So if doing craft is not your thing, of course, you can explore doing digital work. And how you're going to, then this is now how, for you to think about how to incorporate recycled materials into your digital work, whether is it taking photo of it and you manipulate it, who knows? So just be creative. Yeah. And yeah, if you got any other comments, you can drop them here. And yeah, so that's all for the submission form. So simple. All right. Up to this stage, is there any questions? You can drop them in the chat if you like, as I continue this presentation, or if you want, you can voice them out right now. No, we have no questions for now. All right, then I'll continue on to the next section, okay, which is the last section of today will be the kind of resources that we will support you in, because we don't want this to be just for you to create and that's all. We want you to be able to take away new knowledge, new skills from this competition, and that's why we are here to give you some resources that you can use. Okay, so in short, for now, currently what we have up for you guys is actually our website, which is where all information is consolidated about the current competition details. We even have an archive of 2020 in the website. So if you're interested to see what the 500 over students did last year, you can have a look. We also have recordings of the past workshops. So today's workshop will also be recorded and put up into our website and YouTube channel at a later date. Yeah. And any other resources that we will be creating throughout from now all the way to November will also be on our website. So do check it out once in a while. Okay. And if you follow our social media channel, yes, please follow our social media. We will have daily fun facts about news on art and sustainability. So if you want to learn some little tidbit information, food for thought, do follow our social media and maybe you can get some inspirations from there. Yep. And we also have a student booklet. So every year we will curate this educational booklet for you to start your journey on art and sustainability. So you can find that on our website, which I will do a little demo later and download it. All right. And lastly, recycled materials. So I mentioned this before that we connect with corporates who also want to support in terms of sustainability. So how they do that is to donate their scrap materials of cards to us. And if you are interested to use any of their materials, do contact us and we can arrange the logistics to send those materials to you or for you to collect. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go through the website and you can I'll have to teach you how to navigate through it, and you can see what is in store for you. Okay, so this is our website, ViaRT.green. Yeah, so we did a revamp from last year's website. If some of you know, have saw our old website, okay. You can learn more about the different things we do here as well. Okay. And on the side, okay, you will find 2021 Aways Beyond details about it. Okay, so you want a more detailed explanation about the criteria is here. How to submit your entry. The submission link is here, the deadline, and other details that you may want to take note of when you create your artwork. All right. The different award categories, so you can have a look. And of course, our dear judges, this year we are bringing back our some of the well-known contemporary artists, Ellen, Benjamin, Daryl, Judy, our founder, Sunaina, Tanya, who is a curator, and In, who is also our founder. So you can have a look at who. So these are the people who will be judging your art. So they're all from contemporary art backgrounds, and yeah, so they'll be giving you actual feedback. Next one is the resources. So under the resources, you look at the student booklet, which is, now we can have a glance at it. So this is the student booklet, right? So there's a lot of information here. And if you want, you can download it in PDF. And in the student booklet, we also state a number of links, and we'll be updating this as the months come. We'll be links about recycling, about art, and some of the useful things that you can use. So we'll update this along the way. And we'll look at the past workshops. So if you're interested to know any of our workshops, they are here, details already. Some of them that we have recordings on. Yeah. And the recycled material. So far we have 3 companies who are partnering us to donate their materials. So Impress Gallery, which is a gallery that does frames for like maybe artworks. So they have wooden blocks, random, like all of odd sizes because they're off cuts. So if you're interested in doing some woodwork, you can contact us to get these wooden blocks from them. Okay. Or if you're a coffee lover, are interested. So Nespresso will be donating some of their coffee sleeves. So if you're interested in that, you also can contact us. And lastly, we have Design Singapore, who regularly hold events. So they'll always have huge PVC banners, and they do keep them in pretty good condition. So since events, they can't reuse this, they keep them. And if you're interested, so this is plastic waste. If you're interested in using PVC banners as your main material, you can think about this. They have it in like this mesh, this mesh type, or the usual PVC banners that you see outside. Yeah. So just email us at info@viart.green if you are interested in any of these materials. All right. And yeah, this is our past competition. So if you're interested to have a look at what it was all about, who were the winners, the various artworks, you have to scroll through quite a long time, but there's a lot if you want to take inspiration from them, right? And also, oh, let's have a look. We have time. Let's maybe have a look at what they did last year.
I got my materials from delivery packaging.
I collected waste materials from the beach.
Cardboard, metal things,
I got cardboard that's scattered around the rubbish bin.
plastic from food packages.
Tell people to reuse materials and to stop global warming because it is hurting the earth.
I believe in climate change and I think everyone should love the living environment.
Have you ever walked around the street and realized that our nature is slowly dying? That's because the rubbish that we created is restricting it from growing. But that's never too late, because together we can make the world a better place.
Reduce plastic bags and reuse recycling bags while still looking presentable.
This piece is all about metamorphosis, and I wanted to portray how there's change in humanity and its delicacy and purity. There will always be hope for humanity.
Reuse, reload,
Recycle and remake!
I can do it.
I can do it.
I can do it.
I can do it, and you too.
Join ViaRT Awards.
We can make a difference.
Yes, so that was, yeah, okay, so that was last year's participants, and maybe you will be part of this year's video as well. Okay. Okay, maybe the last thing I'll show you is our Instagram. Yeah, so here you can see different information tidbits that we'll be posting daily to teach you about recycling and art. Yeah, so about colors and stuff. So if you're interested to learn and to get information regularly, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. Right? A moment. Okay, can parents help their kids with the art? In what way are you thinking that parents help their kids with the art? Like if your children are not like uncomfortable with using the scissors or some materials that needs parental guidance, it's all right. But we encourage the children to create the art themselves as much as possible. Yeah. Oh, but parents, if you are interested in helping your kids, you can help them collect materials because maybe children right now do not have as much waste, but as parents yourself, you also can help them identify what are the waste that that is in both yours and your children's lifestyle. Yeah. So maybe that's one way parents can help is to help them like think and relook about the lifestyle, your lifestyle, and what kind of ways you guys can use as the topic of your art. Are there any more questions from the floor? Oh, okay. Or what if we don't have enough resources? All right. So if we are talking about recycled materials, okay, if you're interested in any of the if we're talking about materials here, I'm assuming, if you're interested in any of the materials that we have on our website from our business partners, just contact us and we will arrange for them to pass you the materials. But what if you don't have resources? Okay, so we encourage you to use as little new materials as possible. I know it's about creating, but it's also about sustainability. So we hope for you to find as the materials from your everyday life as much as possible. So you reduce wastage. This competition is not for you to generate more waste, but it's for you to actually reduce wastage. So be creative, right? Really be creative in using what you have, what you can find in your surroundings to create your art. We are someone who drinks 3 soda cans every day. So yeah, so that's one thing you can look, like really look deep into your everyday lifestyle. What are you using every day and throwing out every day? Who knows, like maybe there is some interesting things you can find. Do we need to pay? For the competition, no, you don't have to pay. Main materials, paper, plastic, metal, glass. Choose one from these. Okay, so it doesn't have to be restricted to paper, plastic, metal, or glass. Because it's ready to choose first to look at what waste you want to talk about. Okay, then you can use any sort of material. We are not restricting you to any material, but as long as it's upcycled. It's taken from your everyday waste and to create your art. So you can mix and match, or if you don't want to use any physical materials, you can do it digitally. So you can create a poster, you can create an animation, anything. So we just want to encourage you not to buy materials just to create art and really use things that you already have. Do we need to pay for resources you give to us? Okay, so these resources are donated from our partners, so there is no need to pay for it. We can arrange. I think we'll look at how the COVID restrictions are as over the next few weeks, and we see how we can arrange for you maybe to self-collect these resources. We also need time for the logistics to happen as well. So there's no need to pay if you are getting these all those scrap materials from our business partners. So the artwork should only be something made from a particular waste. Okay, so for your art, your main topic will be you have a particular waste. You only choose one waste, whether is it like plastic straws, as specific as possible. Is it like plastic straws from your bubble tea drinks, your soda cans that you drink every day? So be as specific as possible. And if possible, use those material as the main material. So of course you can add on other materials, but we will encourage you to use the waste that you have chosen as your topic to be the main material of your artwork. If it's something that cannot be used, then yeah, then there's something that will just it's just not possible. Then it's alright. Yeah. Is there something that Xiao Yun, is it okay? Is there some like any material you have in mind? Then maybe we can talk about it. Like, is it something that you should add into your artwork or not? No, you're still thinking. No worries, no worries. If if any of you are unsure, like I know because this might be quite a difficult topic. So if you're unsure whether of anything, whether in terms of creating your art, our ViaRT team will be here to support you. So we have a whole team of people who are in the arts industry and also passionate about sustainability. So yeah, so if you have any questions regarding your artwork, then you can drop us an email and we can help you clarify those. Okay, is there a size limit? Size wise, physical size? No. Okay, so last year we had some entries that decorate the whole classroom, so that's huge. We have some entries that were really tiny, like maybe by palm size. So there's no size limit of physical size, but there will be limit if you are doing a digital work. So and when you're submitting it on the Google form, okay, when you're submitting photos on the Google form, it's a maximum of 1 MB size. And if you're submitting a video, it's 100 MB. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. So all this is actually stated in terms of submission file size is stated on our website as well and also in the Google form. Then yeah, artwork size itself, if you're doing a physical piece, nope, there's no limit. You just have to make sure you're able to take photo, take video of the whole thing. Okay. If there are no more questions, okay. If there's still questions, no worries. We'll be here for a little while longer. Let me just plug in the last thing, which is our next upcoming workshop, which is an assemblage art workshop. So we got feedback that a lot of people are really interested in doing sculptural works, so 3D works. And so this year, our next workshop will be kind of a 3D art technique, which is assemblage. Okay. And it will be conducted by our dear Hashita from LaSalle College of the Arts. She's a fine art student studying there. So she'll be conducting this workshop on assemblage art. You can go Google. It's actual art. So it uses it helps you to assemble different elements from everyday objects. So we thought it would be very useful for you to learn how to actually go about doing this. And yeah, so like how we assemblage art is taking everyday objects, we'll be taking everyday scrap materials, recycled materials to create your artwork. So look out for it. It'll be happening in early September. We'll be sending out more information about this soon. Okay, we have another question. Can you use clay? Sure. Go ahead. Use clay. Although this will be if let's say you tell me that this is a leftover clay from another art project, all right. But I will encourage you to use as little new materials as possible. So if you're using clay, think about how you can incorporate. Are you going to use it as your main material or maybe as a more supporting material for your whole artwork? Okay, yes. We have someone who is still confused. Can you use more than one material? Yes, you can use more than one material. It's just your main, just as long as majority of them is recycled materials. And if you can, use your plastic, like not plastic, your waste as your main material. Okay, maybe I'll go through some examples. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Maybe if some of you are still confused about what materials you can use. Okay, like we look at some of last year's artwork. So all this you actually see they use a lot of different material, and okay, let's see. Okay, so maybe we look at the globe. All right, the globe. So this actually using recycled paper from other craft that our participant has done previously. So the like leftover scrap colored paper was his main material, but of course he added new material like the what do you call it? The cotton fluff over there. Yeah. And of course there's like other materials like glue and small little bits of cardboard. So there are other you can create using a whole lot of materials as long as they are recycled. I mean, as long as they are from scrap, and we can tell that this is talking about one waste of your choice. Okay, what if it's a drawing? What if this is a drawing? Yeah, we are not going to limit you to your creativity. Of course, you can use if you feel more comfortable just doing everything in like color pencil and paint, go ahead. All right. Maybe you can be creative in what you're drawing, like where you're drawing, putting your drawing on. Whether is it a new paper or maybe you're going to assemble a canvas by yourself using scrap material and you paint on it. So be creative and see how you can put recycled objects from everyday life. Or if let's say maybe you want to use let's say if you're painting, maybe instead of using your usual brush, your usual very nice beautiful paintbrush, you can check out like what are the other kind of brushes you use at home that you're going to throw away and use it as your painting tool. You can also write that, tell us what kind of tool you use. If you use something recycled, like whether it's an old toothbrush or a scrubbing brush that you want is going to be thrown out already, you can use it as your painting material. And we also count that as your artwork as well. So the process is also very important. So if you do tell us if the process of your creation actually makes a big difference in your art. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Any more questions that you get for over the next few days, just drop us an email and we will answer them. And we'll stay here for about another 5 minutes longer. So if you have any more questions and you feel like you prefer to have a one-on-one chat, okay, just stay back and we can talk about it. Or thank you very much, and we'll see you at our next workshop.